Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Tuesday, the 28th of September 2021, where the week is moving gently along. Um, it's time for our medium level Guardian, although, to be honest with you, Tuesday is normally just a half step up from a semitone up from our Monday puzzle, which is always a beginner level puzzle in the Guardian. So I'm not expecting too much, although occasionally they just throw one in there. There's an actual medium level. We never know which days it's going to happen. So let's mention something in the news before we get started. I see the Brexit chickens are coming home to roost, but not literally. Um, there aren't any chickens. Deliveries are not being made. In particular, the Boris Johnson is about to call in the army to deliver fuel, deliver petrol to petrol stations. It seems like this is partly caused by COVID, mostly caused by lack of truck drivers. And the reason the truck drivers can't come in is because they left the EU, and all of those European truck drivers that used to make deliveries in the UK, across the UK, can't now get in. Well, not very easily anyway, and probably don't want to. They're probably delivering in other places. They've taken on other routes as well, apparently. So um, deliveries to petrol stations have not been made recently, and there has been queues at pumps, etc., reported. Um, and also, the government is telling people not to panic. Well, unfortunately, that often nowadays has the reverse effect. The people of modern generations are not like the people of the past. I think in the maybe in the war times or whatever, if you told people not to panic, I think probably the majority of people might have listened to the government and tried not to panic or done their best to avoid such situations. But modern people, I'm an old man, you can tell, but modern people tend to do the opposite. So if somebody says don't panic, the first thing they'll do is go out and panic buy. So that's not going to help much, is it? Right, shall we get on with our uh, modern? I'm just because I'm reading something on my telephone at the same time I'm talking to you. Not modern, medium Sudoku puzzle. Right, okay, now we've got rows across here, and each of the rows contain 9 squares. We've got columns down, each containing 9 squares, and we've got these blocks, block 1, block 2, 3. You can number them like that if you want, but it does get confusing when you start talking about numbers, because you've got digit numbers and you've got blocks and you've got row numbers and column numbers. People can get a bit confused. So I'll try not to confuse you too much if this is your first game of Sudoku. Just to tell you, it's a game of 1 to 9s. There we go. So how do we play it? Well, okay, we've got like a block here, this segment here, you can see outlined. We have to fit numbers 1 to 9 in here. Now we've got 3, 7, and 4 already, but we don't have the other numbers. Now immediately we can see that this 6 in this column cannot reappear in this column again. So there can't be any other 6s. So this square and this square can't be 6. We have a 6 here blocking up here. These 3 squares can't be 6. There's only 1 square left, so we know that our 6 goes there. I'm going to have to go and buy a new pen today, I think. All right, let's do the same thing with these 4s, but in a horizontal direction. So 4 blocking across this row, 4 blocking across this row, and a 4 up there is going to give us a 4 there. Seven blocking down this column here, 7 blocking across this row. It's going to give us a 7 in there. I'm trying to write small numbers rather than large numbers to conserve ink, because I have a feeling this pen is not going to make it to the end of the game. 3 blocking down here, 3 blocking down here, 3 across here. More messages coming in. 3 gives us there. 2 blocking down this column, 2 blocking up this column. This is the only empty square here, so we fill in our 2 here. Hope you're getting the idea of the game now if this is your first time. 9 blocking down this column, 9 blocking down this column. Again, just one empty square. 9 goes there. Now we take that 9 that we just filled in and we say, well, it blocks across this row here, so that square is out. 9 across here, 9 is forbidden from, any of these squares are forbidden from being at 9, and so 9 has to be in this square here. Let's do something a bit different, right? Because you might be getting bored with that single technique. Let's look at this row here and say, is there a 4? We've got 9, 7, 2, 8, 3, so clearly no, we don't have a 4. But let's examine the intersecting columns, shall we? Look up here, there's a 4. So can a 4 appear in this square here? Answer, no. That was a rhetorical question, but I wanted you to answer it in your head at least. 4 blocking this square here, 4 blocking down here. That's the only empty square, so we know that 4 must appear there. I almost said something untrue there, which can happen, but here's something true. This 8 blocks across here, this 8 blocks across here, and this 8 blocks up here. So we know that that square has got to be an 8. For those of you new to Sudoku, and especially those of you new to this channel, I should tell you that I never play these games ahead of time, so I'm looking at them fresh, and I have no plan or no idea how to finish the game until I actually start. So it's always it's not I'm not nervous on a cliff edge or anything like that. Although with some of the harder level puzzles I am, but I just warn you in advance that sometimes it can take some time to find the numbers because I can't say, here's one I did earlier, like on children's television or something like that. Or cookery shows. That's the best thing, isn't it? Cookery shows, yeah. Here's one I made earlier. Perfect. Well, that doesn't happen on this channel. It's the imperfect Sudoku channel. Alright, so I'm going to show you like a two-step process. First, okay, I'll tell you what the final target is. The final target is here, and the digit is 9. Okay, now I'm going to show you how we consider it. Let's say this 9 blocks up here, so don't worry too much about this for the moment, but this 9 blocks right up here. So this square is out, and this square is out, both of them are out. And then we have a 9 blocking across here, so blocked and blocked. So that enables us to understand that 9 is in one of these two squares. Right now, it doesn't matter which one it's in, whether it's here or whether it's here, it's certainly going to block down this column here, right? So now I said we're targeting this center block, so no 9 here or here. This 9 obviously blocks here, and this 9 blocks across there, so we can in fact say in that central block 9 is there. If you're wondering what the voice is in the background, it's my neighbor chatting. She's a heavy feature on this channel. Okay, so I'm going to need to start thinking harder about this, I guess, since I'm not seeing anything, excuse me, immediately obvious. I mean, I see some things, but... Oh, here we go. 5 blocking across this row here, so 5 has got to go in this square here. I'm pretty convinced this is just going to be another easy level game, but I just got to see the numbers right. 1 blocking down here, so 1 fits there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a 6. We've got 7, 8, and 9, so we know that that's a 6, and the ink is beginning to dry up. I may have to switch to black. I do have a black pen. Missing numbers here, here, and here are 2. Oh, no. 2, 5, and 8, actually. No, we can't. I thought I'd seen one of them. Nope, I haven't seen one of them. That's okay. This game is about exploration. We have to look for and find, and sometimes we don't find what we're after. That's how the game goes. For newcomers, by the way. Those of us experienced know that's how the game goes already. Okay, this column here does not yet have a 3. There's an intersecting 3 in this row, so sorry, no 3. Here, sorry, no 3. And here, get out, you can't go there. So 3 has to be in that square there. There are 3 numbers here missing. They are 1, 6, and 7 for this column. There's no 1, there's no 6, and there's no 7. We've got everything else. But look, the 1 and the 7 are in the same row. So if this can't be a 1 and it can't be a 7, it has to be... Yes, you're right. Okay, so 6 blocking along here now, 6 blocking this row, 6 blocking up here. 6 must fit there. And let's continue 6 blocking up here, 6 blocking up here, 6 across here. That's going to give us a 6 in that square there. This 7 stops this square from being a 7, but we are lacking a 7 in this column, so the 7 has to go in the only other available place, which is there. The missing number now down here is 5. You can count through if you're not sure. Now 5 blocks across here, 5 blocks down here. That's going to give me a 5 in that square there. I'm going to change to black because otherwise the pen is going to be too light to show up, I think. So it's going to look a bit odd. Multicolored today. Multicolored Sudoku. 1 blocking across here. That's going to give me a 1 in that square there. Seven stops this from being a 7, so 7 has to be here. We are lacking a 2 there now, so 2's got to go there. 1 number missing across here, it's a 1, so we'll fill that in now. Missing numbers here and here are 5 and 7. We have an intersecting 5 here, so we know that the 5 has got to be placed there and the 7's got to be placed there. 1 number missing up here, it's a 1. We start counting through, first number we come to, it's a 1. Ooh. Cats. Sorry I was quiet for a little while there, just looking around the grid, trying to decide what is the next move. Not that I think it's going to be particularly difficult, I just haven't seen it yet. Okay, there it is. 7 blocking up here, 7 blocking up here, 7 across there. Okay, so 7 fits there. Now we'll take that 7 blocking across this row, 7 blocking across this row, and 7 up here. So that means the 7 has to fit there. Aha, okay, now let's do another one of those 2-step patterns because it's a bit more interesting, and I'll show you that it's probably going to finish the game. But anyway, 9 blocking up here, right? And 9 blocking across the middle. So kind of similar to what we did before, so blocked and blocked. So we know that 9 is in one of these 2 squares. So we know that this cannot be 9, but we don't yet have a 9 here. So we can place our 9 there, and we can find our missing number, which is 2. And now, why did I say I think that's going to finish the game? Well, because this 2 blocks this square, this 2 blocks this square. Remember, 2 cannot reappear in the same block, so this means this can't be a 2, this can't be a 2, this can't be a 2. 2 now has to appear here like this. Now that 2 blocks down here, 2 blocks down here, so we know that 2 is there. 4 blocks this square, so 4 is there. The last number to get here is a 1. This 1 blocks across, 1 blocks down, 1 goes there, 1 lost my thread. There it is. 1 up there, 1 up there, 1 across there. So 1 is there, 1 across, and 1 up. We can finish digit 1. And 1 number missing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't yet have a 9, so we'll put the 9 in now. And when we do that, we'll say 9 across here, 9 blocking here. 9's got to be in that square there. 1 number left to get in this row. 1, 2. We don't yet have a 3, so we'll place our 3 there. That's going to block down here. This 3 blocks this square, so 3 goes here. I hope this is not too fast for you, but you know, you've got the basic idea, and you're supposed to be playing the game yourself as well, right? Not just following me. So you'll see for yourself how easy this is once you start it. 1, 2, 3. We don't yet have a 4 in this column, so we'll put it in now. This 3 stops this from being a 3, so the 3 goes here. The last number to get is an 8. 8 blocks across here, giving us an 8 there. The last number in this block is a 5, right? You can count through, you'll find it. 5 blocks across here, so 5 goes there. 4 stops this from being a 4, so 4 is there. 6 is the last number to get here, and that's 6 blocks down here. And if you count through here, you'll find 6 is the last number in this column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? The last number to get here is an 8, so we put an 8 there. 8 blocks across here, giving us an 8 there. 2 numbers left. 2 stops this from being a 2, so 2 goes there. The last number to get is a 5, and before we declare victory, we have a quick look around and make sure we haven't put in any duplicates, because we are playing on pen and paper as opposed to a computer which will check our answers. But I don't see any mistakes in the 3 colors, the printed color, the black and the blue pens. I think we're okay. So I'm going to declare victory and run a victory lap around the grid. not a very long victory lap. So thank you for joining me for today's Guardian Sudoku puzzle. They call it medium, I call it easy. I think you will too. I hope you enjoy playing the game. Thank you, and see you again for more Sudoku whenever you're in the mood. Bye bye.